Friggin' mute people.
No one man should have all that power. No one George should have all that power.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night at the Crib.
Thanks for the warning, Dick.
And now I get to go back to the front to see what parts accidentally made it to air. I wasn't paying attention.
I didn't know we were going back to that kind of shit. All right, awesome.
Oh,
Sneaky
I mean, I sort of expected it.
All right, everybody.
He's chilled out for the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Blow you into a false security.
If anybody else would like to join us and participate in the show, there's a link in the right-hand side.
Except for Nines.
Yeah, I don't see Nines. I don't see any comments by him, so I don't know. Maybe he's not on yet. So Friday Night at the Crib, it's open mic, so we're here for any issues you'd like to discuss. I guess we can go from left to right. We have the Holsch.
Howdy, everyone.
Howdy.
Mr. Mike.
Hi. How you doing?
Pretty good. Father George.
Good evening.
Little.
Howdy.
And Daniel.
Hi.
Hey. And Two Doors.
Science.
We have a late entry in the field.
The challenger appears.
And this is F.A.
Finish him.
And we've been joined by Toxic. Is this the Toxic I'm used to?
It is. How are we all doing?
Pretty good. I recognize the accent. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Oops. Alrighty. Well, anybody have anything to start with? Some of the things that we're going to touch on, there was some new data mining released today, which some of it I found a little bit surprising. Well, I mean, I don't even know if you were on when we were discussing the issue that I found to be.
No, I came in after.
Yeah. So anybody have anything they'd like to start with?
Dude, it's your show. What do you want to start with? What the hell?
It's not my show. It's the community show. So if you're part of the community, George, you're welcome to bring up a topic that, whatever you'd like. Otherwise, I'm just purely happy just to show our the cesium scarab testing that I showed.
Whenever you get
on a 10-hour loop.
I want to talk Monolith.
Go ahead. Start with the monoliths.
Yeah.
Well, you can start with what you had in mind. I sure as heck don't want to take this over.
We played the hell out of that. Let's start with monoliths.
Okay. You know that the one you released yesterday, that little video with the tank and the unfinished second one?
The unfinished gridiron and the monolith, yep.
Beautiful. I loved it. And it appeared you ran them stacked without adjusting anything.
I did. I designed the fleet to mechanically offset as you drove.
Okay, I had a similar build going, and I had some tokens, and I got it out with a completed tank, and I could use tokens to finish the second one minus the armor. So it was very similar. And I tried to run them stack. I'm trying to figure out how to get this.
Just so that the rest of the show, everybody else is included in this, was this in a Forsaken Cove article or was this a YouTube video?
It was both. There was a Forsaken Cove article that I wrote that explained the change or the final thoughts on my monolith build, because the first one came out before the raid. I had actually come up with the idea before the raid and hadn't tested it, hadn't seen anything until you and I had done some testing. And then the final build came after actually talking with you on Wednesday. And Thursday, I published an article that had the final build, and I had the build out later that day because there was only minor tweaks to what I'd already had built. And I did a video that just showed them stacking and running through a 112 real quick.
Okay, I'm going to, just so people know what you're referring to, I'm going to post your article on the right-hand side in chat, because otherwise I think it's hard for people to.
I mean, you
know
can have
what
it.
you guys
You can
are
have
talking
the.
about.
Yeah. Do you want me to find the link for the video and you can have it running in the back while we're discussing it? I mean, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Is my screen on?
Yeah. Let me put your screen up there.
You don't have to. It says I'm sharing, but I don't see it.
Yeah, you're sharing but not presenting. So let me
All right.
present.
Go ahead. If you want to even play his first, because that gave me ideas. My build is slightly different. I was talking to F8 a little bit today about it. So I got to the point where it was almost like yours. So probably not seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it. What's the? You have. Yeah, you have some different specials. You only have 4 mortars, and you got 4 and 2.
Yeah, but I got that narrow fire aperture on there.
Yeah, where I actually added spread. I wanted a little bit more spread on it.
Yep, and I'm probably
Actually, that brings up a good question because I vaguely remember Hefe saying something about the splash stat is different on the over-under. Is that right, Jeff?
No, that's something we haven't got to yet. I was hoping it was, and that's something in the data mining that we haven't, that I got a slide on in a little bit. I mean, maybe we could, why don't we show, I can share your...
I put the video in our chat on the side there.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm going to try and screen share that so you guys can, there we go. And push play and present to everyone. Okay. Oh, I'm going to slow it down.
Okay. It's at 400, so if you slow it down to half speed, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes forever because there was only 1 DPS ship, so it took like 10 or 12 minutes.
Are you guys just seeing a black screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Should I stop sharing?
It doesn't matter. You're not in present, but for some reason, it's when I do it. George, you want to do it? For some reason, it's just giving me a black screen here.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Because I'm showing it and it's on share. So
let me get to, let's see.
I'll put you on present. So just so everybody knows what
you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me, hold on a second. So let me do this to half speed, right? Would that be good?
Yeah, I think that's good enough because otherwise it'll be over in no time flat.
It'll be over in 3 minutes. Luckily, I actually messed up in this because I was trying to cycle through the 2 hulls so everyone could see what was on the builds too, because everyone always wants to see them while they're watching the video. And I actually had inched the gridiron ahead, which was fine because they actually stacked so well. They stuck together so well that, you know, it was easy to drive. I mean, that's the thing is I'm lazy and I really just, yeah, I just wanted an easy thing to do. I tried this again later on and pinched that arc missile at the very beginning, and I actually walked through this thing with, I think, 6 minutes of damage. And there's no armor at all on the grid, which sucks because all that missile damage should be minimum damage instead of the damage it's taken. But this is stacked and it's going, and you can see, you know, right here you can see what the hell, that up arrow thingy that shows that it's in the field and the field's active on the monolith. Okay. So even that close, yeah. You know, this red ring is so not accurate at all.
I hate that red ring. Makes me nauseous.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. I'm hoping, you know,
my problem was I tried that, and for some reason the monolith wanted to outrun the gridiron. So for the first one and I've only tried it once because it was just before the show. Of course, it got blasted, right? So
Well, what I did find is that if you are, when you first go to stack initially and then drive off, if you don't wait a second or two, the monolith for some reason doesn't debuff itself of the speed up as fast as the gridiron. I don't know if that's intended or not, but I know enough now to stack and wait a second or two so that they're all reset together, so they drive right.
That might have been the problem. I did make my first attempt at a video, so I don't even know if that would work, but I'm gonna try and watch it and see what happened. But it was almost as good. I coined a stupid repair because I wanted to try it so bad. And I went back in and I did end up with like 18 minutes repair, but it did the job.
Yeah. I mean, it's once you get it, I mean, you do have to kind of get used to the way everything works because it's all new mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
And
but that's the way I want to drive them. I was excited to see it. So
yeah, I'm a lazy bastard.
Rethinking the build that I was doing, as Hefe knows, because I bothered him with it today. And I'm not sure exactly where I'm going, but I'm probably going to get rid of that narrow fire aperture. And then I got something for later to make Brian laugh.
Uh-oh.
All right.
He
Like,
feels like he's laughing already.
This will be fun.
You guys saw it the other night. It's my super spreadsheet.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But it ought to give Brian ought to get a kick out of it.
It's just a time to build spreadsheet to figure out. It's more of a time budget spreadsheet.
But I improved it. I improved it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Threw some hot chicks in there and whatnot.
No, I wish I had done that, but the wife didn't want to. Oh, I'm sorry. We're
There's still time. You can still improve it.
not with what I was thinking. That would not improve.
I do want to mention.
You have to not get kicked off of YouTube. So
Yeah, 45 years ago, maybe not today.
Okay.
So, side note, when I get up to this, I just want to note to everyone that I did actually test this turret right up here. This, what the hell are we calling this one?
That's a killer.
Not the cold snap, but the one that I'm going to fire on last.
The
Guillotine.
This is called the guillotine. Okay.
Yeah.
I tested this with my icebreakers. I didn't test them last week, so the only comparison I have is the raid and this week, and that thing right there is about twice as powerful as it was in the raid against icebreakers.
And George, could you click off of the settings? You see how you're blocking part of the screen?
How do I click off of the settings?
Just click on the gear. There we go. All good.
Oh, okay, I see. And then, with this right here, I drove around the mines a little bit to show that, it's holding the stack the entire time. So the design and the idea and the concept behind it actually worked. I mean, I was shocked. I had a little bit of trepidation when I first put it together, and then, I took it out and I was like, holy crap, it worked.
And so the big thing for everybody as far as the takeaway, what you did is you put the cryo depth charge on the gridiron monolith to get them all to work correctly. Is that the?
I have on the gridiron I have a cryo depth charge. On the regular monoliths I have a CGS cannon, and the difference comes out to like 0.12 in speed, which is enough to keep the monoliths in the field.
Okay.
And then for the fifth ship, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a fourth DPS ship or if I'm going to do a trailing tank or maybe a hybrid of both. But that one is going to be slower. I'm going to be using Speed System 4. So that's going to trail by, I think, like 0.6.
Yeah.
So that way...
Yeah, just so everybody knows that there's the D35S siege cannon only has 5% combat speed boost, while the cryo depth charge has a 6% boost. So that's how he's achieving that small differential in combat speed.
Yep.
So this fleet here was only a 2-ship fleet. It was the gridiron
Correct.
and one monolith.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I have the Yeah, I mean, I have the whole concept written out in an article that came out Thursday, and the original one. I mean, the original one came out the day before the raid, I think, and it might have been a little premature, but I kind of glad that I came up with it that early because it was easy to test a couple of things, So it helped. It helped thinking that out ahead of time.
Have you tested anything without the gridiron? How much the damage is if you were to do it without the gridiron?
No, I'm
Just
afraid to.
a normal tank, like a Zelos or whatnot.
Oh, okay.
In like a 112
For a minute or less damage with this FM fleet.
Yeah, I haven't tested with a regular tank.
I'm trying to do a show.
Well, it's pretty good. The damage you got there with one ship and no tank, so
That got me super excited about which way to go, because if I need a lot of dexterity to move those things around, forget it. I will never be able to do it, just because I don't have the ability. And oh shoot, I'm presenting. Okay, okay, you can laugh, Brian.
What? I can't. Let me look at your screen first. Let's see.
It's just time budget, I think.
So it is a time budget, basically. So I just put down in hours and minutes and seconds what the.
How many weapons do you have on this thing?
Well, no. The bottom is kind of like the. This is the.
Oh, armors and specials.
Yeah, this is just all the armors and specials made out in seconds. Okay, I ended up in seconds, and I converted it back to hours. So this one, actually, this is your build, George, laid out, because I wanted to see if I went that way, if I could refit. So I did my own, and the gridiron is done, so those are all zeros. So I still need like 12 days, I think.
This time,
And there'll be 10 at least in the FM next week if you caught up.
Right, I am. And if I don't build the fourth monolith, so if I go on yours and make the same exact thing that you had in your article and your Huggies, I'm going to be a little short, obviously, but may not need that fourth tank.
The fourth tank. See, I'm not sold on the fourth one being a tank. I'm kind of leaning towards a hybrid. I think it's going to depend heavily on what we see in the S target.
Yep.
And that's what's going to make my decision for me. I'll build a blank, and I'll probably carry all my tokens, or as many tokens as I can from the FM into the raid, and then decide during the raid. That's I think how I'm going to go.
Probably, and then have some tokens just back there to do it. Anyways, I had to build. It's like 21 days to build, or to go. There's 12 days before the raid, right? 21 build days and the tokens.
Yeah,
This is neat.
I mean,
Cool.
the good thing is that last tank one, because it's going to trail no matter what, whether it's a hybrid or it's going to be a full CM. I can do most of the specials beforehand, so it's not going to be just blank going into the raid.
Right.
So it'll save me some time there. But I mean, the only thing that worries me is how much if they stop bumping up the splash on the arc missile, and there's arc missiles in the S target, I might have to tweak that back one to not trail as much. I might have to try and get it up to that 0.12 again or something like that.
Yeah.
That'll
So we
be
don't know
tricky.
if they're going to do any buffing or anything yet, or
We have no idea. Just Doom Roosters. Yeah, just Doom Roosters hit little tease on the forums that it sounds like the mono needs a buff, and I mean we'll find out
you're
on
welcome.
Tuesday, I guess.
I got a feeling he was being sarcastic though with the long at the end.
No.
He generally
If
doesn't. Yeah, he generally does. He's not like that. When he does stuff like that, it's usually a hint. Like that's how he gives his hints on the forum.
if they don't buff the mono, there will be rioting in the streets. See also my spreadsheet.
Yeah. I mean, we were saying all sorts of stuff to him, to kick side directly anyway. And then when Brian, because I think a couple weeks, like the week before Brian had actually done it, we had discussed it, and it had come up because it seemed on the surface that something was a little off. And
And it was.
and then when Brian finally got around to it, because he was lazy.
Because I
we
have a
had-
life
we
and
had
they
the
aren't
solid-
paying me for this crap.
we had solid numbers to give them, but
My next spreadsheet will come with an invoice.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you care to see what my trial was, if this even worked. If not, I'll just stop it right away. But, and then I'll give you back the show. Oh,
Hello.
well, that's the background music. I don't know how to shut that off. Let's see.
You hit the mute button.
Yeah. Well,
Wait a minute. How does he get the music to play through the Google Hangouts and we couldn't do it the other day?
it's not easy, bid.
Because Larry had the volume turned down.
Oh, it was in the set.
Unless you like Led Zeppelin, you might want to turn the volume down.
Or we can just do that and just watch. I'm just saying. Sorry, Mike.
But he's got
I like Zeppelin, but it's loud in this.
But yeah, he also needs to explain what he's doing, though. I think.
Oh, well,
we
I can't
can
unmute him.
guess.
Yes. Okay.
I'm kind of curious as to what's different in his build from mine, if it's not going to stack right. Or maybe it's just...
I didn't see anything that would differentiate speed, not in the weapons and not in the armor. But we'll take a look.
So he's running the same speeds?
I think so.
Yeah, he didn't stack. That's why. He didn't even let him stack first. There you go.
Well, he just let it stack there.
Yep, he just let it stack right there. Oh, he's select targeting too. That's why. Why is he?
Is it like the laziest form?
No, see what he did is he targeted the turret. That's why they had two different stop points.
Oh yeah, because they have different ranges. Ooh,
Yep.
That's rough.
Yep, and that's what happened right there.
And that's why I was wanting to put missiles on all of them.
Yeah, but that loses a special slot and a weapon slot to the missile and the SFP3.
Because you'd have to put SFP3 on all of them to get that to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, you only could fit 6 of those over/under mortars.
Yeah, the weapon slot is no big deal. The special slot.
The special slot's huge. That's a lot of DPS that you're going to give up at some point somewhere.
Lots of splash at any rate. Let's see what have I got on.
I mean, not really. I like I have my first one that I built like exactly like that. Just a regular mono with the one missile and the mortars, and one anti-mortar as well, and it was working okay, especially in the raid. It was ranging like 15 minutes for a 71.
I would not use the raid for 71. We didn't have 70s in the raid.
What was it? 80? Oh, it's the 81.
I would not base. I wouldn't base anything on the last raid that we saw. I'm just saying.
Yeah, me neither.
They flat out told us that each one's going to get progressively harder. So next month's going to be harder than the last, and then one after that's going to be harder than next month.
I guess you'd.
But the A set should remain the same, just maybe a beef in damage.
Well, I think the S set we're going to have one target this month, and then 2 targets next month, just like last time.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the A set. I'm sorry, the
A
tiers.
set. I expect the A set to be buffed. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I expect the A set to be buffed too.
But in damage, not in range, right?
I have no idea how they're going to do it.
I don't know about that.
They didn't specify. They just said it's going to get harder, progressively harder, month to month. I mean, we're already at a -1. A net -1 for the icebreaker. So, who knows?
I can see a bypass to one to the turrets that you can only use certain damage types on the target.
Yeah, they might
That's
do that
about-
too. They might limit it to just explosive this time. Who the hell knows?
I mean, that's what we all thought initially,
Yeah.
because that's what they've been doing for the past however long.
6 months.
Yeah.
I mean,
What I
the 112 that we've got on the map now, that still works with ballistic. I haven't tried penetrating, but ballistic still works. So, but the right, I'm not sure about. I fully expect a bypass buff being in there.
Mhm.
What do
I
you
mean,
guys think about the Empyrean?
I think, well,
I never built it.
here's the thing. I think with any of them, what we saw in the first raid was probably the easy version, which they might use going for the FM going forward for the mid to low level players. I wouldn't expect to see the Citadel in anything but B sets next month. Like, I do not see Citadels being useful in the A set or the S sets. It can't. Otherwise, everyone that built monoliths and icebreakers are going to flip. I mean, they were already all pissed off last month.
The people that are paying Kixeye money will get upset and not want to build the new tech and not give Kixeye money.
Yeah, that's shooting
It's
themselves in the foot.
surprising how many people have not yet understood this and are still like, my Citadels are gonna be amazing and I'm not gonna build the monoliths. And I mean, you can do that. Like, the ideal is, back in the Reaver raids, yeah, Hell Wraiths were the best, and that was very clear. People could use Tiger Sharks, and they did. It just took forever, and if they had a little bit of splash, it was a lot easier. But you could use it. You just took longer and did a little less damage. It's not impossible. Ideally, something like that would occur. So Citadels are slow but usable, and your monoliths just wreck everything.
I think the thing with the Hellwraith raid was that it was subcentric, and that's such a binary type of hull still. I think that's the only thing that they could do. So the fact that the Tiger Sharks worked as well as they did probably was not anticipated. I mean, you couldn't really get around it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of similarly what's going to probably happen with the Citadel. I cannot see them allowing it to continue to work as well as it did the last raid and still make the people that pay them happy.
I hear a lot of people talk about, some people are building monos, which, that's what I'm building. And some people are building the Empyrean, and they're saying that the Empyrean is going to be an excellent haul. This is just in chat. This is in sector chat. You'll hear people talking about, well, I ain't building that, I'm building this. Well, build whatever. I don't care.
I'm just saying, like I have Citadels, I have a Hollock Citadel, I have Citadels. I'm still building the Monolith because I do not expect to be able to use those as I did last month. But I could be wrong. I mean, I built icebreakers, for crying out loud. What the hell do I know?
Well, I did too.
The thing I don't understand though is you got the Citadel sitting in the back. Like, if you got a tank that works, I can't see why they shouldn't work.
I can tell you
targets.
I can tell you right now, it's a very simple tweak, and I can almost guarantee you that they're probably going to do it. If not, they're going to do it after they hear it right now.
The
priority targeting.
Yeah.
Or
Surprise!
Or the other thing that they can do is they can extend the range of the halos significantly and make it very accurate driving to avoid that splash ring around them. Because it was easier it's easier if with that short range that they had, it was like a 110 range. But if they push that range out, it's going to make life a lot more complicated. If you're going to have to get your Punishers in, and then you got the big ring going around them, so you got to make sure your Citadels don't get very close. So yeah, there's a couple things, and yeah, priority targeting could be one of them. But yeah, I agree. Priority targeting would work, but they could do some other things as well. As I'm throwing out there.
There's ways to ruin people's day. I mean, I would say expect it.
that would make, if that was the case, then that would make the icebreaker people happy because they would have to prep with the icebreakers and then come in with a Citadel fleet after and just mop up the short range turrets.
Well, I mean, the arc in the 80s, didn't they have the arc missiles in the middle of all those cold snaps? You're not going to prep that shit out.
I mean, Holsch, how old was Holsch in the 80s? I don't know.
Are you talking about the 81?
Yeah,
I think it was the last.
No, they were right in front.
Just
Sorry.
No, I was making an age joke there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Holsch was born in 81.
The 83 had like right in the lower right side. The 81 had it on the top and bottom. And I don't remember.
I think it was 85.
And you could outrange the ones in the 85. So that wasn't an issue.
Outrange what?
You remember you were able you were like you come in on the side where the mortar's at, and then you'll be able to splash out the arc missile.
Right, but if they changed, what we're saying is if they change the mechanic of the arc missile, you can't prep out the arc missile in the 85. It's sitting in the middle of all the cold snaps.
But you'll still be able to outrange it.
Not they increase
If they
the range.
change the mechanic, if they change the mechanic of the arc missile, you're not going to outrange it. That's what Hefe was saying. They could increase the range of it. You're boned.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
They
I'm
would
saying?
have to do that by a fair bit, though, because if you keep them right at the edge of the circle,
yeah,
even if they put priority targeting on to get that missile to go to your trailing fleet, that would be a huge range increase. It'd almost like be double almost.
Yeah.
Or they can combine a longer range with priority targeting and really mess somebody's day up.
I don't like that.
Don't give people ideas there. No,
dude,
I don't like
that's too many ideas. That's,
I'm gonna tell you. They already know all of these ideas. They don't need us to tell them.
Yeah, have you seen the range of mortars in level 6 of the Homeland, or the range that their Zoe Rhinos can retarget from off of something that isn't an ally? Like,
dude,
they know about long range.
Dude, psychedelic friggin' unicorn motors. Okay, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Remember those things?
I tried to forget.
100 killer mortars, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember last Friday, I was trying to bring them back.
Let's not, please.
But yeah, there's a lot of ways they can screw us. But I wanted to talk about this a little bit, the OU-10. Previously, when we saw it with just the blueprint and compared it to the Judgment mortar, we were hoping there was something hidden in the data mining that would make it much more advantageous than just a 7.5% increase in damage per ton, which is what we see. But the data mining revealed that they both have 50% minimum splash damage, which means it's the edge of, and they both have the same splash. So at the edge of whatever splash range that you have, according to, your hull, your specials, whatnot, whatever that is, you're going to do half the damage that is listed. So the fact that they're both the same, it doesn't really provide any sort of extra benefit. And, an example is, when they changed that for the mortars would be the Imperial mortar, where the minimum splash is, I think, 78%. They've been changing that as well. I was surprised. I thought when we did the numbers on this and it was only a 7.5% increase, that there was something else hidden. And they also have the same projectile speed. People think they have a slower projectile speed, but what they're seeing is if you notice here, they have the OU-10 has a salvo of 4, and the Judgment mortar has a salvo of 2. So what you're seeing is the 0.2-second delay on firing the last 2 salvos. So it looks like it could be slower as far as projectile speed once it's in the air, but these are salvos 3 and 4 that are firing. It's not that they're actually slower once they're fired.
Right.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, at least my thought is, if you are weapon spot constrained, OU10 is nice because it's, it lets you put more damage per weapon slot. But if you're weight constrained, I mean, there is the 7.5% increase, but as far as I can tell, there really isn't anything else in there.
Yeah, it's impractical because you can't just pick how many tons you put on. You can't just slide that scale. The judgments are so much lighter that you can fit more on, and even one additional judgment is going to negate the weight benefit of multiple of the OU10s. This is a worse. I think this is, in practice, I think this is a worse mortar than the judgment, and is probably even a worse mortar than the Imperial Mortar Z on the Empyrean, because the benefit to that is its low reload and the percentage reload buff helping out more, and the lower salvo there as opposed to this. So again, just to falling right in line with the Monolith, they made something that they thought was a lot better and we all expected to be a lot better, but when all the math and numbers come out, it's the worst.
I don't know
That's
if
good to know when you already built them.
Well,
the data mining
Sorry,
only
Heather.
came out today or yesterday, so yeah.
I mean,
And again, they don't tell us this kind of stuff. And I don't know if it's the worst. It's just the worst if you try to fill up. Is that what you're trying to say, Brian? I
yeah.
mean, I would always put, on your Monolith, I would always put at least 3 and then try to get everything else to work. I've been putting 4 on mine, and then I'm going to try and get other stuff to work. But, well, I don't have, my plan is to put 4. I've been building everything in parallel. So I'll space all my builds out to be about 24 hours. So I'll put, everything I know I want on them at this point. Like I'll put Speed System 5, Garrison Battery. I'll put it on all of them. All of my regular gridirons, not the gridiron. I'm sorry, all my regular monoliths, not my gridiron. And then I'll keep on making them all the same until the point maybe we see some additional information, either from a buff to the monolith or a preview server, something of that nature that gives me more information on like how to actually finish the builds. And I'll have them all 75-80% built at that point, and they'll all be what I feel confident in, and then help me move forward a little bit easier as far as not having to take stuff off and whatnot.
Now, see, like I'm dying for a preview server, right? And I really hope that they give us one. The only problem is I have lost faith in the preview server, because we had a preview server for the icebreakers and the last raid, and the build I have worked fantastic in the preview server. I mean, it was exceptional, and it did not work that way at all when the live targets came out, because they had changed so much. That is not how you run a preview server. That's how you run a test server, but not a preview server. I was so disappointed. I don't know if I can have total faith in a preview server if they come out with one. I mean, I would love to have one. It's always good to get the input and see what the builds actually do in the targets, but I'm not going to. I don't know. I've lost faith in it a little bit for now. We'll see what happens.
Cuttlefish in YouTube chat is asking about the coaxial firestorms.
No. The answer is no.
Oh,
I did this math already. The answer is no.
Well, did your math assume? Your math assumed a 95% resistance to everything except for explosive?
My math assumed a 0% resistance to anything at all, and it still didn't come out right. Get wrecked. It's nice armor for the. It's nice armor for the repair time, but it's just a little weaker, and the judgments have nerfs. So nope, sorry.
No, but it's DPS per ton. If you include secondary damage, is higher than both of them per weight.
But when are you ever going to be? You're more frequently weapon slot.
Maybe if you mix the OUs with the coaxials, you might find a better synergy than with the judgments, because you're getting more weight per ton out of that one, and the OU10 is going to make you weight limited, and so you can use this to sort of fill that gap. So I'm just asking you to explain further on your no, get out of here explanation.
No, that is fair. I didn't. Usually, people are weapon slot limited. Because of how frequently people will put like combustion system and all those other high weapon weight stuff. Usually, they can still afford to load up. But I guess it's a nice thing if you don't want to use judgments. Just if you can afford the extra weight, the judgments are better. But I don't foresee a situation where you would be able to afford coaxials and not judgments. I haven't mocked up any builds because this was sprung on me like a minute ago. So maybe if you could fit another OU on, like 4 OUs and 4 coaxes instead of 3 OUs and 5 coaxes onto a monolith, let's say, then maybe.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was implying, that you might be able to, because of the OU being so heavy, that you might be able to increase your DPS, if that's even necessary.
Sorry, Cuddle. Some scrub tagged me for no reason in a post and was like, "I know things about concussive damage," and I was like, "No."
Okay.
So sorry, that was not your fault, Cuttlefish. That was some other guy.
Alrighty, I'm not even sure what that was about, but okay.
Some guy was like, "Oh yeah, because the reload is half of the judgment and the damage is half of the judgment, and I did the DPS and it's better," but he forgot to factor in the salvo, and he thought nothing had anti-morts in the raid, but that wasn't actually correct. So it was just, why did you even tag me in this? Thank you for wasting my time, other guy.
But was this Liam?
No.
Okay.
It was not about subs.
Okay. Yeah. Very good.
The new Tiger Shark subs are coax subs. So much more health, but you don't get all that repair time.
Yeah. The other thing I saw in the data mining, one thing makes me think we're gonna get. I'm not certain, but don't be too shocked if we don't see like a scourged TLC with subs, goblins, and all that good nonsense.
Oh man! Wait, goblins are we still playing Battle Pirates?
I'm hoping to see the damn Monolith one again before the raid. I mean, that would be friggin' phenomenal.
They have to do. They have to do that. They have.
You think? I don't know if they have to. It would be very good that they did. If they did,
I mean,
I would definitely put a vote in for that. Like, I want to see that next week.
If they're going to buff it, and they should, the Monolith hull, and if they're going to buff the weapon, and apparently they should, that being the OU10, then I think they should rerun the campaign again, because a lot of people got complacent, let's say, with their citadels, and I don't think they're going to work as well as people think, and people are going to need something new, and people probably stopped building their icebreakers once they saw how they performed in the easiest raid of the cycle, so they're going to need something new, and they're going to need the Monolith.
People are scrapping their icebreakers already.
I can't exactly blame them, but I haven't.
I'm not gonna
either.
No, there's no point in scrapping icebreakers. But the thing I realized when I thought about it, I'm like, my Tideseeker build is gonna suck because of I have mine works great against the Reaver targets. I'm all mayhems. And if they come out with a TLC where you're supposed to use tide seekers and subs at this point against a sub target, I'm screwed. I mean, because the mayhems do what, 0.5% damage against?
It's de minimis.
Yeah, I mean against submerged targets.
That's why I got all the tokens, and I have 2 different builds. I have 4. I have the Harlocks, and then I have 4 other ones. 2 of them are the concussive Gatlin, I think, and the other 2 were the mayhems.
Oh, the mayhems. I was just thinking. I thought you were going to say calamities. Like we need to put the new special on the calamity scatter tigers. They weren't good enough before, you guys. No.
Well, we can't really talk about calamity subs without 9s here.
Yeah, 81 gotta be here.
Yeah. I mean, I feel a little dirty talking about them without 9s being here. So, let's table any of this talk.
This is what breaks you. No. Not all the hot chicks on all the slides. No. This is the line that you have drawn.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out to everybody.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming he's got, calamity scattergun either tattooed on his shoulder or his forehead.
Oh, he had a custom friggin' pillow made for him so he can go to bed with it.
Yeah. And I like Brian's tramp stamp idea.
Oh God.
I don't think I'd want to pillow a calamity scattergun.
You were all supposed to be quiet. You were all supposed to be quiet after calamity scattergun tramp stamp and let everybody think about it for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But
admittedly,
maybe next time.
I thought, because I know George is preparing to speak, admittedly, I thought that's what George is going to say as well.
Oh shit!
And now we're done.
So that was our segment on the monolith. What's next?
Yeah, our segment on the monolith ended with
the other things I saw. The other things I saw is like hints in the data mining. Unless they came out in the last raid, has anybody seen VXP tokens for the Harlock Alpha?
I am seeing them in daily deals. That's another thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't wondering why they were coming out because I've seen them. They were listed in the. I wasn't sure if it was going to be associated with a TLC or where they were coming out. But yeah,
the best thing ever, by the way. People who completed the Homeland campaign of this particular iteration might have already seen this, but I'm getting daily offers for 3-day Hyena missile build turret token.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long they are to build, but that's a lot of different kinds of no. Like if you can't get base parts now, just do it the slow way and start making a fleet for one. It's not going to take you long.
And the funny thing is that actually your daily deals for base parts is cheaper to do it that way.
Seriously?
Maybe depending on exactly the numbers, but yeah, I imagine so. The daily deals for base parts are usually discounted pretty heavily because they're so easy to get.
Nah.
And yet.
I mean, admittedly, like in a lot of games, there's always going to be one deal that's particularly inefficient to try to get players that are new and or don't know any better and or dumb and or impatient on a god tier level to try to get money. But I don't understand how Kicks can think we're simultaneously so smart to be able to like drive something like the Good Iron mono and other monos and simultaneously be so stupid as to accept the deals. Like our brain is in our head.
Dude,
it's not this Schrodinger's box.
Wait.
It's in our head or out of our head.
No, Brian.
Have you ever seen Liam drive a sub?
I thought you were going to go to the forums with that one.
No.
I thought you were going to. Have you ever seen the forums? Yes, I have.
I could have, but the forums amuse me, so no.
Quote from SAO Abridged, episode 11. their potential tops out at assistant manager at Kinko's.
But did you ever see, what George brought up, but did you ever see the, I'm not sure if they're related, but in the 2001 A Space Odyssey, when they discovered the monolith, and then there was some sub-driving, never mind. I mean, if you haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it, but I don't think if I had seen it, it would have made it any better.
Well, it's an obelisk, monolith, whatever you want to call it, but some
they
people that have watched the movie would know what I'm talking about.
No, they'd have gotten the reference, but they wouldn't have liked the joke any better, I don't imagine.
I don't know. It's a bunch of monkeys like, boom, boom, boom. Never mind. You gotta see it.
So how Kick sees the players, and we brought it back.
Yeah, Frank in chat was like, he knows for a fact that 9 switched to the Mayhems with his tides. I know, dude. He's using my build now again.
I guess I got these build tokens.
I think he saved one. He said, didn't he? He said it last time he was on.
Yeah, but if this,
I mean, if the concussive damage is as powerful as we're led to believe, one is all you need.
Yeah.
I think when I did the testing, I did it with just one. I'm not sure.
But by doing that with the Mayhem and doing all those things to encourage us to do that, to have your Tide Seekers with the Mayhems be set up for PvE targets, and then if they bring a sub back as a target for the Tide Seeker, they have to do something there, because it doesn't seem fair, because they did that because it would be too powerful in PvP. But now it's so weak versus subs that it can't really, if you set it up for PvP, it's so weak against sub that it's useless.
You're thinking about the next skirmish?
No, I'm thinking I saw clues that there's a potential for a TLC to come out against the old Scourge subs.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I brought this up.
So anyone has either been playing long enough to have PTSD about the Scourge, or is too new to have the tech built to deal with the Scourge as they were in the old days.
Oh, fuck that! I loved them. I mean, the Hellraisers.
Yeah,
the Hellraisers
you're that one.
Great.
You're that one guy.
Screw. I'll just
sorry,
go back to
but no.
zombie my fusion cruisers the whole time.
Oh,
I still have
scrapped
my fusion cruisers.
Damn
there
it!
they go.
I scrapped mine.
Oh, I even got a Highlander nuclear cruiser. Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh gosh.
That's fine. I'll make a tank and I'll put citadels with the Howlock sitting way in the back somewhere, and just put what are they called?
Hydrodynamic shells.
Yeah, that's it. Hydro shells on the damn things. Just splash the fuck out of the whole screen.
Yeah, because I don't think players are ready to engage subs at this point in PvE. So that maybe I misread what I saw. Maybe I got the wrong inference.
I can see it happening. Like the new raid cycle, the difference this time is your opponents are submerged rather than on the surface, and then we'll have plenty of time for build up and prep. But something like that, yeah, we're not prepared. Not really.
No. So it's
I mean, I got my concussive reciprocative friggin' tides. I'd be ready-ish.
Yeah, it seems like they would need a release. They would need to give us some sort of clue, because I think there would be a lot of
a heads up.
Yeah, and a lot of Tide Seeker build tokens.
Yeah.
I would kind of.
They had been. Yeah, they've been stingy with those until the last raid. Because I was always hoping so I could just make a backup Tide for something or other.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still have all I have on my my Harlock's Tide is streamlining and a Hail A.
Liming? You burying bodies?
Yes. Lining.
Lining. There you go.
He needs a lot of Bud Light for all this liming.
Yes. Oh, it's you and Nines think I drink Bud Light.
I just went for Bud Light with
Wait.
lime. Like that was my reference.
Okay, yeah, no. Everybody, yeah, that was on the last show. I think somehow that Nines was alluding that I drank Bud Light, but I don't have it. I don't have a scattergun, Calamity scattergun tramp stamp either.
What was the stuff that you had on the list? Because I know we covered the Monolith. Now we somehow went into Tide Seekers and Scourge Raid. I don't know how we got there, but you know, what else we got?
How about the new defense grid? The Scourge defense grid for base parts.
Ooh, that's good. I haven't actually tried them yet.
I'm digging them. I've been able to. I've only hit the 99s and the 103s because they're what I know. I can do the 99s for free consistently. The 103s I take some damage in, but that's getting lower and lower. I haven't seen 99s or 103s on the map in the past day or so, I want to say. They just haven't been showing up. Just almost completely gone.
The 99s are quite rare. I haven't seen a 103 in the past 2 days, actually.
Did you just call the 99s the 99s?
The 99.
Oh my God! Someone kick him. Just shut up.
Just as long as we don't say his name 2 more times into a mirror, then we're fine.
Y'all's going to conjure him up.
He can't come in with full up, man. There's 10 people in here. Screw.
No, he's gonna come in my closet, and it's gonna be it's gonna be bad for everybody.
Information. First off, that you said that way wrong, and second, that's too much information. I don't want to know.
George.
Yeah,
Think about
life
how
is
you
full of
just said that.
unpleasantries sometimes.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
Just figured out, I think, why I screwed up on that stacking of that video that I showed you.
I told you you targeted the turret.
I targeted turret, but not the regular Monolith has only got the targeting range of the mortar. So it wanted to go further in than the tank, than the gridiron.
Yeah, because you targeted the turret.
Yep, that's what happened.
That happened because you targeted the turret. If you stack them and then drive them and stop them once you're in range of the missile, you're fine.
Yeah, okay. Now I completely understand. Yep. Sweet.
Simple things to overlook sometimes, but that's why a lot of times when you record it and look back at it, you go, "Oh, I see."
Yep.
It helps. It sounds silly, but it helps.
No. It's awesome.
So, do you wanna hit the increase in damage in the in the 112s and 109s, or are we gonna leave that alone?
Oh gosh.
Where's Glenn, man? I need his tinfoil hat. I do.
I know. Where did you go anyway?
I haven't seen him in a while. Oh, I do have a question. What are you guys finding in the ones that are hitting 112s? What are you finding in your chests? Because I'm probably 2 out of 3 always getting icebreaker stuff instead of the Monolith ones.
Mostly, yeah.
I haven't got no Monolith stuff. It's all been icebreaker.
Yeah, it's mostly icebreaker.
It's certainly skewed icebreaker.
Okay, so it's not just me.
No.
Yeah, well, I've gotten half and half, but that was all within that first day or 2 that I was hitting them.
I got a Monolith VXP token yesterday out of one of those. It was just a 1,000, but
I've gotten a couple 6,500 ones. Whole bunches of thousands. I ignore the icebreaker ones, so I don't even know what I've pulled on the icebreaker ones. I've pulled a lot of icebreaker ones, but I don't need them, so. But I got all my Monoliths ranked now.
It depends, really. Like, some days you get more icebreakers, and today I fit like 6 or 7 of them, and I got like 5 Monolith tokens, 265s.
Really?
So it just depends. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
It just depends what day it is.
Yeah, agreed. Toxic.
I just suck at this because I know, I don't get 3-day tokens on the damn FM. Everyone hit those things this week except for
I've
me.
never seen one.
I did.
I didn't get it.
I got it. Finally.
I don't think I've ever gotten one.
I'm really starting to dislike Holsch. Just Go in the corner or something. Brian, stick them in your closet or something.
That was my first 3-day token since the.
Don't care. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I like these chests. I hope they expand it to something beyond just the this garrison stuff, especially going forward. I don't know what's going. Does any Brian? What's next in the cycle? Is it skirmish?
I think it's assault.
It's assault. I hope they do it going into the assault cycle. Then that would be good. I would like some diversity. I would love to see like a build token kick in every once in a while. You know, I mean, the drop rate sucks. I'll never get it because, you know, I never get the RNG, but it would be nice if it actually existed to at least think that, hey, once in a while you might get a 12-hour or a 5-hour build token or a 6-hour build token for that hull, you know, the icebreaker or the monolith or something. Or even 1-hour ones, because honestly, we're going to be hitting so many of these things, you know, they'll eventually add up, just like the VXP ones. I don't know that we really needed, you know, anything more than 1,000 because you're going to eventually get them. But I would love to see.
It'll be another rogue crew scenario though, that you get too many what? Too many items in there, and then you never get the one that you want. You only get the crappy ones, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but if it's like if it's in that target, it's only the 2 ships. So if you figure you have 4 different VXP tokens, and then if you add in the 1-hour build token, you'll add just 2 more. So it's going to be a total of 6.
I mean, if they would have put the VXP tokens for the current raid in there, like for the hulls that are presented at that raid,
that's what I mean.
Good. Then change, you know, get rid of the garrison ones and put the assault ones in, that sort of thing. That'll be okay. Yeah, that'd be good.
Well, I kind of was thinking along the lines of the garrison ones would stay in the garrison one, so that way it goes for the next year. But then, like in the 91s, if we start hitting the 91s, those are what, assault. So we would have options to get the assault ones. You'd get Apollo, 1-hour Apollo build tokens or 1,000 BXP tokens for Apollos. I mean that, and then when the raid cycle changes and the new one comes out, or the 2 new hulls come out, they do the same thing they did with the icebreaker and the monolith. I mean, I just like the idea. Honestly, I just want to see more of it. You know, free stuff. I'm not gonna get aggravated if there's a bunch of free stuff that I have to wade through. It's still free. You know.
I'll
be surprised.
I'd be surprised, but I mean, I like the idea. I mean, you know, it's better than getting a hyena missile deal. You know?
Yeah. I mean, in the forums yesterday, I was looking. I was seeing a post saying that they don't like the new scourge, the scourge targets because they're scourge, and they don't like scourge. Yeah.
Because
I didn't understand though. Just because they were scourge.
So they have a
problem with the scourge. They're racist.
Yeah, so that I was gonna throw that out there, but
go scourge.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, you know, I think it's Brian, I forget who brought up the PTSD associated with the scourge, but these are a different scourge, and I'm not a huge fan of the lag it seems to generate with all the popping walls and all that nonsense. But oh well.
In the 103s, I have had lag, something I have never seen, and I didn't even get them in the TLC version of it either. It's just, yeah, you're gonna go slow and be completely unresponsive and spin into death.
No, I have that's happening a lot because it happened to me the other day, and I lost my whole cannoneer fleet in the 99. Yeah, it literally went unresponsive, and then I regained control with only like a sliver of life, with 3 of them still alive. And Yeah, I sent in a ticket already. Just waiting on that for a response.
Well, good luck, because nothing's ever their fault.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're still it's two-way talking right now. They want me to post what my bandwidth and all that other stuff is, and then I give it to them, and now they want me to do something else. They want me to do a tracer.
A route trace, yeah.
A route tracer. I haven't done that yet, so I'll do that in a few minutes.
So as far as the homeland, I've been doing them with the garrison parts with the icebreakers, and it's very easy and very quick.
Yep.
I just do it with one. I know people are doing it with more, but there are so many cold snaps that are extra long range that it was too much damage for my liking. But they're good.
Yeah. You can get the whole the mastery round done in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it.
Yeah, it's way less stressful than trying to use punishers and citadels. But I guess it would be interesting to test out the monoliths with it if you got them all built up.
No one's tried that yet?
I don't think we have them finished enough to try.
Yeah, mine are not seaworthy yet.
Yeah, my goods in the yard. I'm just putting everything on it. And I got to take something off and put a cryo depth charge on it, probably. Because George. Thanks, George.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks, George.
I wonder if there are ever going to be seaworthy without a gridiron with them.
Well, mine do have one. I have a skulled gridiron, and I have 4 skulled monoliths. They just aren't really built yet.
I don't know. I think it's going to depend on this buff that Doom hinted at. I mean, depending on that buff, they might actually be standalone. I mean, and that's actually a really good point. What happens if you got the monolith but you didn't get the gridiron monolith? You can't expect people to go in and hit A sets with the skill hull and not be able to do an A set without the flag.
Or the opposite, because like I said, they have to re-release the monolith in a TLC this month.
I hope so. I really do.
The other option is that they release it as a an unlocked bottom right prize in the next raid. But yeah, by the time those people get those built,
it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, they did give us tokens, didn't they? You could build so many with the tokens.
Yeah, they gave us 14 days in the TLC, which is nice.
Yeah. Which I'm trying to be a proponent for is that my real hope is they re-release that TLC again this month, prior to the raid.
Yeah. It'll let the people that may not necessarily be cut up or may have to do refits. Depending on this buff, they might have to do refits, or maybe other strange build things they might not have had to do otherwise, like maybe add a siege cannon S on or whatever. But that's cheap. But all these sorts of things, and that's kind of insurance. And if you are perfectly happy with your current build, well, 14 days is another mono. So even someone like me who has gone all in and sunk all their time and all their tokens and saved FM tokens from before the last raid and all of that can have a full fleet on and skulled and ready to go for raid 2.
Oh, David's asking about the heavy weapon for the Empyrean.
Nobody knows. Not yet.
There is none.
Yeah,
they'll release it after the raid cycle.
That they probably will too. No, it's going to be one of, how to get the icebreaker you had to get the Empyrean and its bits. That's a thing you're going to have to get now too. You will have to get the heavy weapon for the Empyrean to get the whatever the hex skill hull for the next raid and the third raid of this cycle because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only thing I find interesting is potentially using the scythe of the death scythe to make them all.
Oh god, no, no.
Ow.
Wait, can you even how heavy is that? I don't remember. Can you fit it on a fully kitted out mono? I honestly don't know, but I'm not going to do that because I actually have to get out.
No, not the mono.
I think so.
Oh, Empyrean, right? Sorry, Empyrean. Yeah, whatever.
So you can fit the current heavy weapons we got on a mono.
On a. I'm sorry, I'm spreading.
Got it, Brian. You son of a bitch.
I'm the worst. Yeah, I'm out of here though. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye bye.
Have a good night, Brian.
Good night.
See you, Brian.
Good night.
See you, bud.
Care.
All right. Got to clear out that right closet.
Yep.
Yeah, keeps people busy. So we have an extra slot now that Brian's gone.
Where's Nines?
Oh, who said that? Who said that?
It wasn't me.
I'm on the Santa Club. It wasn't me.
Oh man.
Did he come visit you, George?
Who?
Nines.
Nine?
In the sector you took off to.
Oh, I don't know. I jumped back this morning, last night, something like that.
Last night, yeah.
Was it last night? I
Yeah.
don't even remember. My week's been all just messed up. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing this week.
No, I figured when you jumped out of sector, I figured Nines followed you because he wasn't here but about a day, and then he was gone.
I don't know. I don't care.
He's out spreading his seed.
Oh God!
His calamities.
What the fuck, F.A.?
He's off spreading his calamities.
Yeah, tied sector.
Oh, that looks like a good public restroom. Let's go in.
Oh my Jesus! Oh shit!
Toxic. You see what you walked into? This is our show.
I'm just learning. That's all.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Okay. I know. Like that was just out of left field, and it
Yeah,
wasn't a
it
good
was
left
good.
field either.
But it was funny.
It was funny, just not a good left field. You know. All right. So what else we got? I mean, we already covered. We did polonium thrower and stuff last week. No one wants to talk about the 112 and 109 damage increase. Charged armors. Hey, we haven't touched on that one yet. I like mine, so I can't really bitch about them. Although I can bitch about the X ones.
Yeah, the other thing I noticed and again, I haven't been able to confirm any of it, but in the data mining, one of the records says that the salvo from the cold snap had been reduced from 10 to 1.
Oh shit! How was the damage?
I think the damage went down as well, but that 10 to 1.
But look, if it went down from 10 to 1, the damage per salvo, because now it's a salvo of 1, did it go down or did it go up? I bet you it went up.
No, the damage went down significantly, but I didn't run the numbers on it because I don't know, because the data mining that comes out is sometimes very dated, and so I wasn't sure when that was released into the game and whatnot.
Oh, no context. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I don't have the context, but if it really was, after we've dealt with it, was lowered to 1, all our theories associated with the charged armor X would
change
significantly. Yeah, but again, I wouldn't. Nothing actionable. It's just it's what I saw, and I was.
Wow,
like
that would change. That would be a huge change for that X armor. Like, I mean, you could put that on if it went from 10 to 1 and the damage didn't go up too high to overcome the actual the front charge on the armor. I mean, shit, you could actually put that on your icebreakers and blitz the damn thing then. That would change it. Like that would change the entire target.
Yeah, yeah.
Being able to use that armor. Holy shit.
That was the intentions anyway with the icebreaker, right? Putting the XNM armor
I mean,
on, right?
yeah, but then the question that begets is why didn't we see it during the raid and we're seeing it now? If it's changed, I mean, we don't know the context of the data, so.
Well, I can tell you my icebreakers died a lot faster than they did last week.
Do you have X armor on them?
Well, no, I have just the regular resistance armor.
Well, let me put something in the same vein then. Hey, man, my friggin' gunboats died like in one shot. I mean, we're talking about X armor, damn it.
Well, no, I'm
smoking that weed.
I'm saying that they up the damage per amount of time. They're doing higher DPS sitting under them. That's why.
I see. I see. You're trying to put that context in. I got it. Okay. You're not high enough, I guess. That would. I mean, I'm thinking about that. If do you have the numbers? Oh, you do have the numbers. Hold on a second. So, we're gonna do live math now. Ready? Hold on. Let me get the calculator. What is it?
No. When you hear the clicking of the abacus, you know George is working hard.
Yeah. So what was the original damage? Where is that son of a bitch? 216 out of two. So that's 21,000 per. So it went from 21,000 per to 150. Wow.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Holy shit. Well, you got to think it's 21,000 per, right? But you're getting 10 shots at 21,000 per. So overall you were getting that 216,000 damage. But when you were getting it with say an X charged armor and say it was, it's all splash damage. So every single splash, no matter how far away it was doing at least the minimum damage to you on that X armor. But now, if it's just one,
Well, the crazy part is the reload. I mean, again, I don't know when this happened, and we don't know the context. The reload is the crazy number.
Where's the reload? Holy shit, 0.25?
Wow.
Yeah. So again, don't.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Believe everything you see.
Yeah, I'd have to do all the numbers out.
Yeah.
Because 10 shots is what, 1.8 seconds for a cycle time?
Yeah.
Well, 1.8 seconds plus 9 is... Wow, that's messed up. That might actually be even worse.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Salvo reload from 0.2 to nothing. Well, that makes sense because it's a salvo of 1. Although that's a really interesting stat line. I've not seen that one before. Huh.
Oh, it's in the data mining on for everything. The 0.2?
Yeah. No, I mean, I know. And we use it when we do the calculations. I'm just saying it's an interesting line because I don't know that I've ever realized that it was in there. Minimum splash from 70 to 100. That's crappy. Splash from 30 to 40. That's crappy. Flak evasion's up from 0 to 50. And the spread came down. Shit. That's deadly.
Yeah. That's why I died faster.
Honestly, this actually, I'm gonna have to go back and look at the preview server. That might actually be the change from the preview server to the raid.
Oh.
Well, the range went from 894 to 90.4, and I know Holsh, you said you thought the range went down, right?
It did.
What's the range? What's the range of the icebreaker?
88.4.
88.4.
Yeah, and I can still outrange it. The only target that you couldn't outrange it was the preview server target. Everything else you can outrange with the 88.4. That's weird.
Yeah, that's wow. I would love to know what the context is where that came from.
But a lot of that damage can be dialed up and down. So
Yeah, there's what did they say?
the damage number I wouldn't take as seriously as some of the other numbers.
Yeah, the other numbers
based on
actually-
past experience. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else anybody has?
Yeah.
Hulse? Chocolate milk or purple ale?
Neither.
No, I'm no Einstein by any,
What?
but if you get a 9-second reload and the reload goes from 9 to 5, wouldn't you take way more damage? Like,
Yeah,
way more.
yeah. Well, because you would add 9. It would actually be a 10.8 reload down to 0.25. So 4 times 10.8, so 45. It would reload. It would shoot 45 times faster. So I would, and the damage only appeared to be split in half. So yeah, you would be taking about 23 times the damage if the damage number is correct.
Well, it's the minimum damage you're worried about, isn't it? I mean, you get that all the time. So even if you got the deflection armor on it and whatnot, you still get the minimum damage.
Oh yeah,
But you
okay.
Because you get that 45 times or whatever the number is compared to, I don't know, 20 times or 10 times or whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what targets that it's in place. I'm not sure if that's. Hulse, where did you say you're taking more damage right now?
In the 112. Or,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. The 112 is a strange target at the minute. Like, I did one with 10-minute damage. That's with a Punisher and 4 or 3 Citadels and a Harlock. And then the next time around, all of a sudden it's up to like 45 minutes, and I didn't do anything different. So I don't know how
I
that
think they
works.
changed the missiles.
It could be, but if you stopped, like as soon as that missile fires and you stop, and it moves and it lands like right around you, so you hardly don't take any damage. And most of the other ones, most of the executioners or whatever they are, I shoot down. There's not very many landing, and even if they do land, they hardly take any damage. But for some reason, you do one run and it's 10 minutes, and do another run, it's like 40 minutes. And I haven't worked that one out yet. That's only the 112s. I haven't done the 109.
Yeah, I did the
I don't
112
know if you
too.
guys had the same experience or not. I'm not sure.
I have got the same. It happened to me yesterday. I have not tried one today.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, if I had to step away for a second, but does anybody? Is there an outstanding question that we haven't answered, or are you guys hoeing and humming?
Ho hum.
Well,
Ho hum. We haven't got into how silly the Chicago Bears were to trade from 3 to 2 and give up all that stuff. No. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Toxic. I'm not sure if I interrupted you with my my nonsense.
No, you're all good. Carry
I
on.
don't know. Does anybody know the spawn rates of the 103s and the 99s and the? Because they seem to have different. Like they come out at different times.
Yeah, I've noticed that the Drac mining bases and the Scourge targets spawn more at certain times during. Because like sometimes you'll only see like the Drac mining bases out, and sometimes you like only see the Scourge mining bases out. It's a weird spawn, and I haven't seen a 103 in a while. So.
Yeah, I'm looking for a 103 because I want to try my ironclads in them.
Well, that was my question earlier, but Brian left, so I couldn't. He said he did the 99s almost damage free. Now I don't have a full fleet of cannoneers just yet, and I got to do mine with ironclads. So,
Ouch.
I was just wondering how I'm going to do that, or whether they're viable, whether that's a viable target for an ironclad or not.
Well, Caesar on TFC posted a video of I think him doing, I think it was the 103 with his HIC and ICs. I'm not entirely sure though. I mean, I just search Caesar on the page and see what he's got for videos though. He does do weird stuff like that.
He did post one, and it was with I'm pretty sure I saw what do you call them, Citadel in there. I couldn't watch it. It stopped and I couldn't get it going again. So I only just saw like a split second at the start.
Yeah, I'll have to look. I don't remember him using Citadels in it. I know he used the Ironclads in one of the higher end targets just to see if he could do it, and he took damage. I mean, he definitely took damage, but it was still doable. I just can't remember if he used a crew or what the hell he did.
I'll just hurry up and mine the heck out of the 97s.
Yeah, that's the best strategy right now.
Yeah, especially for anybody who doesn't have cannoneers. If you're ironclad, like ironclad person, yeah, spend all your time doing that. Ignore the raid, get everything up, get all your turrets up to level 8 and whatnot before it becomes painful.
I mean, they don't spawn in the raid, so they don't have to ignore the raid.
Well, I'm just saying that should be their number. I'm just saying that should be their number one priority.
Yeah.
They're doing away with the 97, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 12, 13 days.
Yeah.
And when is the raid again?
The 11th.
The 11th.
The 11th?
That's when they're gone.
Or at least that's what they're telling you. So
that's true.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll stick around for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Well, the other ones just take a little bit more effort. I think if you got cannoneers and whatnot, they should be, doable. But it's for the people that are just with the ironclads that I think are going to get a little hosed.
No.
I would see now. That's where I would like to see that sort of thing actually, the tokens and all that crap given, or at least let people that don't have the cannoneers give them an option somehow to get them now. Still, I mean, we're a little bit out from the raid set, but people are still catching up. Give them a chance. Give them a chance not only to get it, but a way to build them without tying up their shipyard for the next 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What is the 99? What raid target? What is that? Was that a 75?
Yeah.
Okay, the 75. Okay. And the 103, I guess, was the
TLC
101 or
no, it
That
was
was
the
the one from the
TLC.
TLC.
TLC target 7.
The hardest target.
Oh.
No, I think 6 was harder.
I think with 3 cannoneers, you'll do fine in those targets. At least the 99s.
You reckon? I
used to be able to.
I just got the Harlock.
The first raid I did it with just 3 cannoneers, and I did just fine.
Yeah, I did too. That's what I had the very, 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 very first raid.
And this
I
should
only
be
had 3.
like, yeah, in the very first raid, I only had 3, and I did just fine with that. I did all the targets with that, and these should be toned down just like the first raid, so it should be the same.
I'm going to go right now.
Of course, I had them all skulled as well. I don't have them all different ranks and stuff. So you don't really have to waste that much build time. That's what I'm saying. Just build 3. Try with that. If you can, build more.
Yeah, one hasn't got any weapons on it. And none
Oh.
of them have the same rank. So we'll see how I go. I'll do a little one first, because I haven't seen a 99 nor a 103.
You'll get some extra speed out of that other one though, even though it don't have anything.
I have my video of me doing the whole A set on the first raid with just three regular cannoneers.
Oh well,
It's tricky. It's tricky to do It's tricky to do like the middle, those large platforms, the one with the 4 and the pinch, because you kind of come in on the pinch side, pinch it, then come come in really quick, target the long range turret, and then zoom out before they become unpinched. But other than that, it was fairly easy.
I think all of them was easy, actually. All of the 70s.
Yeah, all the 70s were easy.
Yeah. Even the S sets were easy.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, anything else good for the interwebs, or we could take it to the after show? Anybody have anything they want to throw in there?
I vote for the after show. That way I can heat up my dinner and eat in you guys' ears.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I can't do it in the live show. I'll feel bad.
What you eating? Mac and cheese?
You're gonna bring up.
Hall spends the whole time slurping on. I'm glad he didn't do it on this show, but previous shows he spends the whole time slurping the bottom of a soda. Soda he gets at the local convenience.
Oh, good grief!
Dr. Pepper or Purpolo, or at least he's switched over to chocolate milk. What are you drinking tonight, Halls? It's part of our advertising.
Well, I was drinking brisk.
Oh, the iced tea.
He was drinking Brisk. What?
Brisk.
Oh,
Brisk. Not brisket, not brisk. Nobody's getting circumcised.
Oh gosh.
And on that note,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to join us in the after show, I will post the link. Otherwise, we can meet again next Wednesday. So, toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Hey, good night.
Night, everyone.
good night, everybody.
See you later, bye.